Surface area. Surface area is talking about the outside of a shape. For instance, surface area would be, for instance, if I have a box. Let's say I have a box. It's a present from my friend. And what I want to do is I want to wrap that thing in wrapping paper. The question would be then, how much paper do I need? So it's like what you're doing is you're saying, well, I would need paper for this side, paper for the top, paper for that side, paper for the bottom, paper for the back, and then paper for the front. It can get a little confusing if you're looking at it in a two-dimensional shape. It kind of screws with your eyes a little bit. But that's what it means. It means how much paper would it take to wrap around this box? So you're dealing with area, and you're dealing with area of flat spaces. You'll still see the same vocabulary as you did in your area video, and that's where it usually comes from. And you'll see a couple of terms here from your volume, big B, big base. Okay, so a couple of new terms that I added in here were this: essay. Essay is how they would say they're looking for surface area. So surface area, essay. Another one is the P. P is located here, and that's it. P means perimeter. Perimeter is a vocabulary word. What perimeter means is, let's say I have a shape. Perimeter would say, well, what is the distance from one side of my shape all the way around? So perimeter means the distance around a shape. If this was a circle, it would be circumference. Okay, that's what circumference is. It's the distance around a circle. Distance around a shape that has sides is called perimeter. So P is going to be located here if you're looking for a right prism. P is located here if you're using a pyramid. So a couple of things to define. Let's talk about it. So this can get a little weird. Let's show a little bit. I think one of the most weirdest ones is using, well, first off, rectangular prism. Look at this formula. 2 times the length times the width, plus 2 times the length times the height, plus 2 times the width times the height. It's quite a bit. But again, all of these terms are defined as length and width and height, width and height. And you're going to take them and you multiply by 2, by 2, by 2. And then in the end, you add them all together. Not quite a big deal. But let's talk about a couple of others, like for instance, perimeter and height. Again, so a couple of things. Let's say I have a right prism. Let's draw this thing. Oh no, I hate looking at shapes like this. It's freaky for the eyes. So again, a right prism is where you have a right angle, a right triangle with a right angle inside. Let's define a couple of pieces about this. Okay. P, perimeter. Perimeter would say, what is the distance around the floor? So in order to get the P, I would need to know this number, this number, this number, this number. I take all of those and I add them together, and that's going to equal the distance around. That would be P, perimeter, the distance around the shape. I'm going to take H. H is usually defined from the base, lowest point, to the highest point, H. Big B. Again, big B is the area of the floor. So you remember I take P and I put it around that blue. So big B says take the width. Oh God, my eyes are messing up on me. Take whatever that is, multiply it times that, because that would be a rectangle. That would be length times width. That would be equal to big B. Whatever that number is, that is now big B. So You'll see that you have perimeter again for a pyramid. Remember the pyramid shape? Again, oh no, it's going to mess with my eyes a little bit. I already see it happening. Uh-oh. There we go. I don't know. Let's just say a pyramid. P is going to be that distance around that bottom of it. Big B is the length and width times each other. S, that's a side. Let's take a look at the cone. Look at the cone. Look, pi, 3.14, times r, the radius, times s. Look, here's the s again, side. So when you look at a cone, side would be defined as the length from the bottom to the top. That would be equal to s. Same thing for a pyramid. It would be that side, that one of those corners going from the bottom to the top. So have a little fun, try a little bit, and see how it goes.